Hey everyone, welcome back. In this very short video, we just want to talk a little bit about jealousy and possessiveness. And the reason we want to talk about this is because just this morning, we came across a tweet that basically said monogamy means not looking at other women.
That it's disrespectful to
yeah,
the spouse.
and so we both got a really good laugh out of this one because I mean it's absurd to be blunt. Monogamy does not mean that you cannot look at other people. That's just ridiculous. And I'm going to show how that's ridiculous by taking it to an extreme. If that were true, then you would not be in a monogamous relationship if you and your significant other were sitting on the couch watching a movie that had attractive actors and actresses in them. It's kind of retarded, isn't it?
Yeah, because I don't know anyone that does that.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Well, and I see it as a bigger issue too. Like when you try to control what your spouse sees as attractive, they're going to repress those like desires and just not tell you about it. And then what happens when they repress sexual desires like that?
It just comes out in different ways.
Yes, exactly. And they're not happy either when they do that.
Here's the thing too, is these are just innate biological drives, okay? It's not like it's not like you're, for example, working with your spouse to get them to quit smoking. Smoking's not an innate biological drive, right? Like they have a choice, so to speak, to either work towards not smoking or just continue smoking. And so you can work with them to be like, hey,
make better choices.
Don't smoke. If I see you smoking, we know we went off the track somewhere. Let's, continue not smoking. You can't do that with looking at other people. You can't do that with biological drives.
Well, and we'll make the differentiation, like acting on these biological like drives is not the same thing as what we're talking about. We do have a prefrontal cortex that we can not act on them, but not like observing and realizing that someone is doing something to our body physiologically, like turning us on a little bit. That is an issue.
Yeah, but
we cannot deny biology.
Yeah, but going beyond that, just think of the mind, right? We appreciate beauty all the time. We go for a walk every morning in a park right next to where we live. And I'm always just like, oh, look at the ducks, look at the birds, look at everything. Like, it's beautiful. I love it. I did the same thing when we were in New York. It was a different type of beauty. I was like, look at this building. Like, it's just so big, and look at that architecture.
But it doesn't stop there. We do the same with people too,
right? You can be like, oh, she's attractive. Yep. Or even it'll be like, oh, he looks good. Like, we would have a thing where we would point out attractive people to one another because we like to appreciate beauty.
It has nothing to do with our value of our relationship.
Exactly. It has nothing to do with jealousy or possessiveness, or it's just being human, right? And that's going to be the same in every relationship, I guarantee, because every single human finds things beautiful, and there's things that they like to look at, and there's things that they're attracted to.
Yes, and this goes back to the like makeup posts too.
Yeah.
Where we all have our preferences of what beauty is, and we shouldn't be stifling that.
Yeah. And so there's a difference between just existing, right? And then acting upon things that are a natural part of existing. You exist, you're going to notice other people, and you're going to be attracted to other people physically because we're humans. We are animals. We have biological drives, desires. That's going to be with every single one of us. You also have a prefrontal cortex, and you have the choice to just say, oh, they're attractive, and then move on with your life, or to act upon that attractiveness, right?
Yeah, and that's a choice.
And it's not saying anything about the relationship. There was someone in the original Twitter thread who actually made a comment that I thought was quite funny. And he said, like, you clearly don't understand male biology. I could have a harem of beautiful women back at my house, but that's not going to stop me from looking at beautiful women when I leave my house.
Exactly.
Because it's like...
Well, and that's how I see it too. I see it as a losing battle. Like, I don't want to fight that. Like, that woman that made that original tweet, she has to be super unhappy to constantly be diligent about where her husband's eyes are going, like all the
Well,
time.
she has to be very
Because
insecure.
she sees it as infidelity, him even looking.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing, is it comes back to, if you feel this way about your partner, okay, so now we're going to transition to the jealousy, possessiveness talk. If you're a man or a woman who has these ideas of, oh, I don't like when they look at another human, I think it's time to introspect. You have to ask yourself why, because it's more than likely stemming from an insecurity.
Because you don't feel confident in what you bring to the table.
And that's something that you need to work on. That's not an issue with the other person. And then this gets to jealousy too. If you see them looking at someone and you feel jealous, that's fine. That's normal, because if they're looking at someone, that other person must have beauty, right? Which means that you're going to experience like, oh, well, I don't want that other person to steal my mate away. That's jealousy. Jealousy is the fear that you're going to lose something you have to someone else. And so if you're feeling jealous, that's normal. That's a normal human emotion. That's actually a good sign, because that means that
you have something of value.
Yeah, that means you perceive your partner as being valuable and you want to hold on to them. Acting on jealousy is not normal, because it's acting on jealousy that transitions the jealousy to possessiveness. If you act on jealousy and try and control the other person because of those jealous feelings, then you're being possessive. And that's a red flag.
Why? Because you can't control other humans.
Right. You can't.
If someone's going to cheat on you, they're going to cheat on you no matter what. Like, that's just how it is.
Yeah. The difference is that they just might try to take more means to be secretive about it.
And is that really a healthy relationship?
Yeah. But I mean, maybe they aren't going to cheat on you, but why would you want to risk ruining your relationship, for example, by being overly possessive to the point where they can't breathe, and that's just not healthy.
Well, it's a waste of mental energy in my eyes. Like, I've been cheated on by pretty much everyone I've been with as far as long-term relationships. And I never once have went through anyone's phone. Like, I just do not fucking care. Like, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I'm not going to waste my peace, my daily peace, obsessing over something I cannot control.
Yeah, exactly. So that was our talk, is we're all animals. We have biological drives. We appreciate beauty, and experiencing jealousy over those types of things, perfectly normal, healthy, in fact, but then acting on that jealousy is not healthy or normal. It's possessive and it's a red flag. So if you enjoyed this talk, then awesome. That's what we're trying to do. And if you know someone who you think needs to listen to the information in this video, share a video with them. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.